a Windshield survey in East Hialeah. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the estimated population of Hialeah in 2012 was 231,941, included in a total population of 19,317,568 in Florida. In 2010, 94.7% of the population in Hialeah were Hispanic Latinos. The land area was 21.45 square miles, with 10,474 persons living within each square mile. The median household income was $31,096. That was between the years 2007 and 2011. Hialeah forms part of the metropolitan area of the South region of Miami. The streets and addresses in Hialeah do not follow the typical pattern of Dade County. They have their own numbering and street names for the city instead. This city has the largest percentage of Spanish-speaking residents. The majority of these Hispanic residents have migrated to Florida to reunite with their families and to improve their way of living. Hialeah is served by the Miami Metrorail and Tri-Rail Metrorail transfer stations. The city also provides its own transit buses, which provide transportation services throughout the city and enable residents to commute. Heavy traffic is common during rush hour. Notice the heavy traffic in this apartment community. And check out this clip that demonstrates a telephone cabin where residents can make international calls to Cuba. Take a look at the water treatment plant in a residential neighborhood of Hialeah. The Hialeah water treatment plant is owned and operated by the Miami-Dade County. Hialeah residents use approximately 24 gallons of water a day. The City of Hialeah Department of Public Works also provides residential garbage and bulk waste collection. And check out the fire hydrants in this residential community. Many people in Hialeah commute in vehicles to and from shopping centers, and others commute in bicycles or walking. As you approach the Sedanos, you may see a bicycle outside. Some people choose to commute this way. Inside the Sedanos, you will see a variety of fruits and vegetables. You can also find in the Sedanos some beans of different varieties, garlic, and other products like plantains, potatoes, onions, and seasonings. Other Spanish products included here include malanga and yuca.
Mamá, yo quiero saber de dónde son los cantantes que los encuentro galantes y los quiero conocer con su trova fascinante que me la quiero aprender. Adivina de dónde son, de dónde serán.
Now we will see some apartment buildings which are being rented through Section 8. Section 8 is a program that provides rental assistance to help low-income families obtain safe, decent, and sanitary housing through the private sector. The tenants will identify a unit that they wish to rent and they negotiate a rent with the owner. In this case, this building right here is being rented. Once the Hialeah Housing Authority approves the rent and the unit passes inspection, the tenant will move into the unit and the unit will be inspected and the tenant's income will be reevaluated annually. Take a close look at these air condensers outside these units.
Son de la loma y cantan en llano. Ya verás cómo no, mamá, ellos son de la loma. Ay, mamacita, pero cantan en llano. Mamá, ellos son de la loma.
Notice the graffiti used on this particular one.
Son de la loma y cantan en llano. Cantan con emoción.
A few deteriorations were visualized during my survey outside some of these Section 8 apartments. One common safety hazard was seen in a few air conditioner condensers outside a number of building units. As I walked around the building and looked at some of these air condensers, I noticed that a few had metal coils which had become corroded, likely from AC freon leakage or an unrepaired air condenser coil. It is also very possible that the AC coils had not been cleaned or maintained safe enough to prevent the buildup of mold. The growth of mold in these apartments can trigger respiratory illnesses in the community. It is very important to notify the Hialeah Housing Authority and to address these safety hazards so that corrective measures can be taken to preserve the health of the community.
Mi legendaria región, tierra que tiembla caliente, cuna de sabroso son.
Notice the few metal coils that became corroded. Notice the unrepaired air condenser coils.
Allí dulces están, y si vas al cobre, quiero que me traigas una virgencita de la calle. Ay, si vas al cobre, ¿dónde está Cachita? Tráeme una estampita para mi mamá. Y si vas al cobre, quiero que me traigas una virgencita.
These Section 8 apartments have a convenient number of shops and amenities directly downstairs from their unit, including a supermarket, bakery, boutique, and barbershop. While observing some of the items seen in the balconies of these Section 8 apartments, I noticed that there was one that stood out from the rest. There was a gas barbecue grill outside the balcony. Being this balcony is on the second floor, I consider this a fire safety hazard. Both the tenant and the landlord should be advised of any safety hazards. Take a look at the conditions of these air conditioners. Take a look at the barbecue grill on one of the balconies. Not everyone can have a car. Some people have to utilize a bicycle as a different form of transportation. Again, notice that most of the signs in Hialeah are in Spanish, for the residents to be able to interpret the message. Even law offices market their services in Spanish. Don't forget to try the delicious guarapo, a traditional Cuban beverage drink which is made by squeezing the juice out of sugarcane. And take a look at the delicious fruits and vegetables. A resident uses his bicycle to sell produce items in main intersections. Because most of the residents of Hialeah speak primarily the language of Spanish, most of the businesses' displays appear mostly in the Spanish language. A few residents of Hialeah were seen riding their bikes to and from the markets. One was seen using the bike to get to and from work. Check out the wiring here. Some of the wires that supply electrical power to a light post outside a shop or warehouse appear exposed. To preserve the safety of the residents who shop in this community, I would suggest that an inspector from Building and Zoning be informed. Here we see a viandero selling fruits and vegetables from the back of his pickup truck. Flowers can be sold from the back of trucks. Notice the fire trucks in Hialeah. Now check out the fire department. Transportation for the healthcare needs of the residents in Hialeah are always available from many different business organizations. And do not forget to try your Cuban coffee when you visit Hialeah. Hope you all enjoy this windshield survey.